Hey everyone, in this video we're going to catch a special move of the 4 Reading and Northern F units. Make sure to stay tuned and enjoy. On the morning of January 14th, 2024, I found myself in Port Clinton awaiting a unique motive power move. Traveling as train PNEX, which stands for Port Clinton Extra, this train would transport the railroad's 4 F-unit diesel locomotives from Port Clinton to Jim Thorpe and Penobscot before returning light to Port Clinton. Before we begin, I'd like to thank fellow YouTuber and friend Jamie Makin for once again collaborating with me on this chase and for sharing footage of key points from this move, especially the arrival in Jim Thorpe and Penobscot. Be sure to check out her channel to see her video of this epic chase. To explain a little bit about the locomotives being transported today, number 250 and number 251 are 2 F7A units that were both built in 1953 by EMD and served first for the Bessemer and Lake Erie Railroad, and then for the Southern Railroad of New Jersey, with number 250 formerly numbered number 727, and number 251 numbered number 728. For the past several years, these locomotives have been stored behind the Port Clinton Diesel Locomotive Shop, with a few brief moves throughout the yard last year, one of which I happened to catch. These moves were ultimately done in preparation for today's move to Penobscot, where for the time being they are to be stored. As of now, there do not appear to be plans to restore them, however, one never knows what the future holds. The other 2 F units featured in this move are no stranger to this channel, these being F9A number 270, formerly Norfolk Southern 270, built in 1952, and F7B number 275, also formerly Norfolk Southern number 275, built in 1950. These locomotives were acquired by the Reading and Northern in 2019, and have since been used on numerous occasions for special passenger excursions. Today, they are being transported north to Jim Thorpe to be stored on a sidetrack for the winter. Additionally, our motive power that will actually pull the train today is SD38 number 2003, built in 1971, and SW1500 number 1546, built in 1970. These two locomotives would be arranged on the front and rear of the train to allow for easy reverse and switching moves, as well as providing an additional location on the rear of the train to observe 250 and 251 on this long journey north, which is the greatest distance that they have traveled in several years. With the train fully assembled, PNEX departs Port Clinton for its northern destinations. Upon arriving in New Ringgold, the train stops for a few minutes to allow the crew to check the wheel bearings of 250 and 251 to make sure that none of them are getting hot. Because of these locomotives being stored for several years, it's essential to make sure that the bearings ride smoothly on a journey as long as today's. Luckily, stopping in this location allows us to get a nice view of all 4 F units connected together for the first and possibly last time. Entering into Tamaqua, it appeared as if we entered into an entirely different day of chasing, as several snow squalls began to pass through the area. Luckily, I was still able to secure a shot of the train passing the Tamaqua station. With the train clear of River Junction, PNEX receives clearance into Jim Thorpe to drop off F units number 270 and 275. Then, after the 11 o'clock Gorge train clears the main line, they will resume their move north to store 250 and 251 in Penobscot.
Junction, good for another 10-10.
2003, restricting Nesquehoning Junction, Jim Thorpe Branch, wide track, for another 10. Roger, clear for 10, 6 to the south.
Upon arriving in Penobscot, F Units 250 and 251 were put in the locomotive storage line that you can see in the distance, and then the PNEX began their light move back to Port Clinton. However, that marks the end of this adventure. I'd like to give another big thanks to Jamie for collaborating with me on this chase. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.